All right, we are recording. Ha ha. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. It is Monday. It is Monday, a beautiful Monday morning here in beautiful Redwood City, California, where I live. And welcome back to another episode of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Before I get to today's topic, I want to mention that I have some great things in the works. As I've been mentioning for the last week or so, I have brought back the Coach Eli, label, the Coach Eli label. I am a coach. I do consider myself a coach. And I'm going to be doing some great things because tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning, AT&T is coming to my place to install fiber internet. I'm going to have 1,000 up and 1,000 down. 1 gigabit up, 1 gigabit down, up and down, which means I can download and upload incredibly fast. Just to give you all an example, could probably upload a 4 gigabyte high quality HD video file, 1080p HD video file in about 40 seconds. Whereas before on my old connection, that would take like 14 to 16 hours. On a Comcast 200 megabit connection, that would probably take about 2.5 to 3 hours, or some maybe a little bit less than that, an hour or something. I can do it in about 40 seconds, which means there's nothing I can't do from here on out. I can get you folks content faster than you can blink your eye. And I'm really, really super excited about that. I'm so super excited about that because I really want to do my part and help make this world a better place once again, like I feel it once was. Because navigating the modern world in today's day and age is extremely difficult, whether you've noticed it or not. Whether you've chosen to deal with it or not, or you're just ignoring it because, you're just wondering what the hell's really going on nowadays. What is happening? Things are different, but I'm still the same person. I'm trying to adjust to this. I'm being myself, but I'm not getting anywhere. It is a crazy place, and not many people are talking about how to navigate it and why things are the way they are. And if we do talk about it on a regular basis and learn how to better handle it, navigate it, like the title of my show states, we're going to be able to enjoy life better. We're going to be able to get along better. And that's the whole purpose of this. So, anyway, let me just go ahead and get to today's topic here, and then I will share a little bit more about what I'm going to be doing, more than likely starting next week. It's actually starting right now with these daily walks. So, the topic of today's show is I'm looking for guests to interview on my new upcoming weekly live show, Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And I'm also going to be talking about, should you date people with strict rules? I'm going to throw in a little bonus in this video here to start off the new week. Should you date people with strict rules? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, stick around because I'm sure you've encountered certain people with strict dating rules, whether you're a man or a woman, especially if you're a man. You've probably more so encountered this with women, and I'll share more about that in just a little bit. But first of all, let's talk about the new upcoming show and how I'm going to be structuring things from here on out. Now, the whole basis of my Coach Eli business is going to be centered around my website, coach.eliasmelas.com. I'm going to be revamping it a little bit. I may end up reducing my coaching prices for those of you that want personal one-on-one help. but I'm not quite sure yet because my prices are very reasonable already. And I give away so much content for free, and I'm going to continue giving away a lot of content for free, which I'll share more about that here in a second. That, they are reasonable prices, $99 for an hour of time. And that's if you know, connect with me during normal business hours here on the West Coast Pacific time. $199 for nights and $299 for weekends. But I may end up kind of changing it up. I may just do a one size fits all package and maybe just say $99 across the board, or I may just run a special for a while. Still trying to figure that out. I want to bring you folks and provide you folks with the most value possible. But anyway, so how's this going to happen? Okay, I'm going to continue to be bringing you the daily walk version of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, which is this, what you're seeing right now. For right now, it's going to be just on Facebook, publicly on my timeline, and I'm also going to be sharing it on my Facebook business page, which is public. Coach Eli, Uncompromising Business and Personal Relationship Coaching, which is also the title of my website at coach.eliasmelas.com. Okay. I may end up embedding these daily walk videos on my website, or I may just keep them on Facebook and my timeline. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still figuring that out this week. But just know you're going to continue getting these daily walk videos pretty much almost every day, Monday through Friday at least, and sometimes on the weekends. And occasionally I may take a day off, or some days I may do 2 videos and take a day off and then come back and do 2 more videos. But basically, you're going to be getting about anywhere from 4 to 6 daily walk videos each week. And I feel that is very important. Within these daily walk videos, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns you'd like for me to address, this is where I'm going to be interacting with you folks on a regular basis. This is where I'm willing to answer your questions for free, because it's going to be put on a public forum. Now, I can keep your name anonymous if you'd like. That's no problem. But the reason why I'm willing to do it for free out here is because I'm sharing this with the world, and everyone's going to learn from it. And if you do want more additional help, you need a little more hand-holding for your unique situation, then we can work privately, like I said, through the one-on-one coaching. Hang on one second here. I'm passing by somebody. Okay. All right. If you need a little more hand-holding, that's what my website is for, and that's what the private coaching is for. But yes, these videos here, Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli Daily Walk Edition, will be happening 4 to 6 times a week. I'm still figuring out, hey, am I going to do one each and every day, or am I going to do 2 on certain days and take a day off? I'm going to figure that out and more than likely get a set schedule. And if I get more and more interest, at that point, I'll figure out what works best for me and what works best for everyone else out there as well. Okay, so kind of test things out a little bit right now. Then, starting next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a weekly 1-hour live show where I'm going to be interviewing a special guest, a different guest each week. And anybody is welcome to be a special guest on this show, whether you have experience in dealing with relationships, or you're another coach, or you're a therapist, or you're someone that has knowledge on these topics. These topics can be business or personal related, because this is not only going to be about navigating the modern world regarding personal relationships such as dating and marriage, but it's also going to be navigating the modern business world, which is quite a challenge as well nowadays, whether you're in the corporate world, which is very challenging nowadays, or you're a self-employed entrepreneur, or you want to become a self-employed entrepreneur and you're wondering, how to make that transition. So that's pretty much, you know, those are pretty much the types of people I'm looking to interview. At the same time, I'm also open to interviewing anybody that has their own personal story they want to share. Okay. And if you do want to share your story, you're going to have to go public. You're going to have to not fear being in the public spotlight, because these shows are more than likely going to be broadcast live on Twitch TV. I'm not going to be going back on YouTube. Um, YouTube, like I mentioned before, does not have the best privacy controls. There are a lot of trolls there. There's a lot of havoc. And quite frankly, I just feel that Google does not give a shit. Google/YouTube does not give a shit about your privacy, and they don't care about what happens to you. I experienced so many crazy things on YouTube that I just feel it's not worth it. So it's going to be more than likely on Twitch TV. I'll make that announcement later on this week. And the show will be broadcast live. More than likely, it's going to be Wednesday evenings at around 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern for 1 hour. It'll be a 1 hour show. It won't be any longer. Okay? Now, to be a guest on this show, you must be willing to appear on video. This is going to be a live video show, video slash audio show. And I'm going to be using Google Hangouts, so you must have a Google account. I'll be using Google Hangouts to import your video onto the live stream. And then for me, I will be using my local webcam to have, myself on the video. I've done this before on YouTube. It's a pretty cool setup. It's going to be pretty much the same way I had it on YouTube, but on a different platform, Twitch. So you must be open to coming on to video and showing your face. You don't have to use your real name, but that's totally up to you. I'm looking for people that are open to sharing their stories and learning from you, so we can help everyone else learn how to better navigate this crazy modern world that we all live in. Okay? Now, in addition, most of you that have been, connected with me for a while know that I have a very good, close friend named Troy Brewer. He's the CEO and founder of the Discover County Network, who runs many websites all over the world, helping people, find out about anything they want to find out about by going to that specific website. But he also has a bunch of internet radio stations, and he even has a radio station that him and I created many years ago called DCN Talk Radio. It's Discover County Network Talk Radio. And I used to do many shows, and I used to do many live shows and pre-recorded shows on that station, and I kind of slipped away for a while, but I'm bringing things back to DCN Talk Radio as well. And I figured the best way to do it would be to, take this live show I'm going to be doing weekly on Wednesdays, and then also simulcasting it on DCN Talk Radio. I am not sure if I'm going to be broadcasting it live on DCN Talk Radio at the same time it's being broadcasted live on Twitch TV, or the replays will go out there. More than likely it'll be just the replays, but it will be simulcast on DCN Talk Radio as well. In addition, and I haven't decided this yet, but more than likely all of these shows will be put on as a replay through. They will be put on as a replay through video, more than likely on Facebook and also on my website, and maybe some other platforms as well. And there may be an audio only podcast replay version of it as well. So there's a lot in the works. I'm just kind of trying to throw it out there all at once for you folks, so you know what I'm working on. and know that there's a lot of content coming. There's a lot of content coming. More content than you've ever seen before. Give me just a second here. It's a nice, beautiful, brisk morning here at the park. Okay. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of content coming, folks. I want to give you more content than anyone else. I want to keep in touch with you on a regular basis. I want to answer all your questions. I want to connect you all with the best people to help you through your unique situation of navigating this modern world, because hardly anyone is talking about this. There are a few people out there that are talking about it. They talk about it in different ways. They talk about it in ways where they're just trying to get you to buy their system and, make money off of you. Do I want to make money? Absolutely. But my main focus is not making the money. My main focus is helping you folks understand this. And if you gain value, from what you learn by me providing all of this, you'll have the option of throwing me a donation if you'd like. That's above and beyond if you choose to use my personal coaching services. So you don't ever have to buy my coaching services if you don't want to, if you feel you don't need them. But you watch all these videos and these live shows I'm going to be doing discussing navigating the modern world, and you get value out of it, and you want to support my cause of trying to help make the world a better place during these challenging days of navigating through this crazy modern world, you can throw me a donation in any amount. Some people can afford more than others. Some people, can't afford anything. If you can't afford anything at this time, no problem. I still want to help you. I want to help people. Okay? I really want to help people because I've been through a lot. I've experienced so much, and I've been trying to figure this whole thing out. Between dating, between being an entrepreneur, and having worked in the corporate world, and just understanding why things are happening the way they're happening, and why it seems that even though you feel you may be doing all the right things, you're still failing. That's a big one that I've had a hard time figuring out, and I've pretty much figured it out. Many of you out there are good people that are giving it your best shot. Okay? And you feel you're honestly doing the right things within your head and your heart, but you're still failing. I've been there. It makes you wonder what the hell is happening. It's not your fault that you're failing. The problem is the world has changed so much that we all have not adapted to it. And we are doing things in the way the world used to be, thinking that those methods still work, but they don't. They do not. Those same methods do not work for personal relationships, and they do not work for business relationships either. They don't. Everything's changed. And again, because nobody's really talking a lot about this, I want to talk about it. I want to bring it to the forefront. I want to make a difference in your lives and help you all accomplish everything you want to accomplish, whether it's, regarding your personal relationships, your business relationships, or a combination of both. For me, it's a combination of both. I want to have the good life. I want to grow old with somebody special. I want to have that very successful business. I want to have all that, and I want you folks to have all that as well. But again, hardly anyone is talking about this. So that leaves us all out there on our own, trying to figure this out and wondering what's really happening. And some other people have tried to talk about it, but because things are so touchy nowadays, they get shot down and then these people give up. I'm not here to give up, folks. I'm here to continue pushing forward with this mission and this vision that I have and have had for the last 2+ years. I tried to do this on YouTube, and I went through a lot. A lot of people, were trying to kick me down. I was dating someone that, most of you know has broken up with me recently. It's been almost 3 months since we've been broken up. And initially she supported me. And then after things went crazy, she stopped supporting me. And while I'm not kicking her down, I understand the reasons why she broke up with me and why she stopped supporting me. That doesn't mean I have to give up on my dream. Doesn't mean I have to stop doing what I'm passionate about just because things didn't work out between her and I. I'm not a quitter. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on myself, and I'm not giving up on you folks either. So there's going to be a lot more content now coming from Coach Eli. And again, I'm not here to pressure you into anything. I'm not here to try to force you to buy something. Again, would it be nice to make money doing this? Absolutely. Again, you'd have the option of making a donation, and that link is at my website. I'll share more about that, down the road or later this week. But what I really want to, make clear to you is that I'm here to help you understand this modern world in the best ways as possible. Because I've struggled with it. I've done things the old school way with the best and the most honest intentions, and I've been swallowed up in it, and I'm tired of getting swallowed up in it, and maybe you are as well. So together, we're going to figure this out and give everyone the absolute best chance of accomplishing whatever it is that they want to accomplish in today's day and age. Now, with that being said, let's get more into the topic of, should you date people that have strict rules? Let's talk about that for a little bit before we wrap up this video here. Now, I'll share my personal experience regarding this, and then I'll give, some other thoughts on this topic as well. In between relationships, I'd say, maybe the past 10, 15 years or so, when I really started to learn more about myself, I learned more about myself as I got into my early 30s. Before I hit my 30s, I was still trying to figure things out. I was still the type of man that would, be overly nice, would suck up to women, would, be a kiss ass, and, do things that I felt women wanted me to do to make a relationship work. Okay. And then when I got in my 30s, I realized it's more about being yourself. And if a woman really likes you, she's going to like you for who you are and be attracted to your natural self. A woman is repelled by somebody that tries to kiss a woman's ass and do everything exactly in the ways that she feels she would want you to do them. She just wants you to be yourself. That's the most attractive thing to women. Okay. But when you're first meeting a woman, let's say you're meeting her online or in person, okay, and you start talking and you set up a date, okay, the most important thing is seeing if you have chemistry, romantic sexual chemistry, because if there's no romantic sexual chemistry, it's no different than hanging out with one of your guy friends or girlfriends, okay? Dating relationships, the only difference between your normal same-sex friendships, okay, is if there's romantic sexual attraction. So the purpose of going out on dates with somebody is to see if you have that romantic sexual spark. And what I've noticed is that romantic sexual spark is either there from the very beginning instantly, or it will never be there. Okay? So let's say that that damn dog over here. I heard that damn dog. In one of my videos last week, you could hear that dog barking. I'm right by that house that has the beware of dog sign. I'm going to cruise on the other side over here. So yeah, like I said, you want to see if that romantic sexual spark is there. Okay? You go on a first date with a woman, you're going to know if it's there or not. Okay? Let's say you're having a great time with a woman and she's talkative, you're talkative, and at the end of the date, you go and give her a hug and you try to give her a kiss and she turns the cheek. Okay? What should you think about that if you're a man? Or in some cases, women will try to do that and men will turn away, but it's very rare that it happens that way. It more so happens, when a man tries to do it to a woman. Okay? If that woman turns the cheek, it's one of two things. Number one, she's just not feeling the sexual attraction with you, and that's it. You end the date right there. Wish her the best of luck. Don't ever go on a second date with her. Don't call her. It's done. It's not there. Or she's feeling it, but she's one of those women that has strict rules that says, I don't kiss on the first date. You know? And I've had that before. There are women that have, told me like, it's the first date, I don't kiss on the first date, or I don't kiss on the second date. I really want to get to know somebody first before taking it to that level. If you encounter a woman like that, okay, or if you're a woman that encounters a man in that way, again, like I said, it's very rare that men are going to turn down a kiss from a woman unless he's not attracted to her once he meets her. But I'm speaking from the male perspective. If you're a man and you encounter a woman that says, I don't kiss on the first or second date, in my opinion, you should say, okay, well, it was nice getting to know you. I'm not interested in getting to know someone that has a bunch of strict rules. I'm looking for somebody that's go with the flow and just lets the natural flow of progression allow things to happen. Okay, in some cases I've said, hey, are you not attracted to me? Do you not think I'm a good looking guy, or, I'm not a nice person, or do you not feel any chemistry? And sometimes they'll say, no, I do feel it. I just, I don't want to rush things. I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, in that situation, you need to run for the hills, because that's a woman that's, probably been taken advantage of in the past and hasn't let it go, and is going to hold her past against you, and she's not in the right emotional mindset to be with anyone anyway if she's thinking that way. Or maybe she has, strict religious views. Okay, I'm religious, I believe in God, but I don't restrict how I behave on dates. I just let the natural flow of progression take things where they're meant to be. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that pretty much when you first meet somebody, okay, this has been what my experience. This is what my experiences have been like. When you first meet someone, you're going to know pretty much almost right away if there's sexual chemistry or sexual attraction or sexual desire. Both, on the male and female side. Women know it too. Women know when they're sexually attracted to you. And the funny thing is this, okay? Some women out there may feel like they want to kiss you or be intimate with you on a first or second date, which in today's day and age, there's no problem with either of those happening. Okay? It's just the way things are. But the reason why they hold back is because of the social stigma of the past, where if a woman sleeps with you too soon or kisses you too soon, then she's considered a slut. Now, that stigma is gone. I'll tell you why. I'll prove it right here. Ladies and men, ladies and gentlemen, are both equal in today's day and age, okay? Going back to the women's movement, women want to equal everything, right? So if we're going to be on an equal playing field, that should involve dating as well. That also means that there's no more stigma about kissing someone too soon, when you first get to know them, first, second, third date, or being intimate with them too soon. There's no more stigma. There shouldn't be, because if you ladies want everything to be fair and equal, then that includes the way dating is. So forget about that stigma. It's not even there anymore. Okay? Allow yourself to be yourself. Allow yourself to be in the moment and let yourself go if something feels right. If you're with a man on a date, he feels it for you, you feel it for him, and you feel that sexual attraction, let him kiss you. If it escalates to sex, great. If you kiss on the first date and then you set a second date and then you have sex on the second date, great. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because I'll tell you what I've noticed in my long-term relationships that have worked, okay? I've typically, and I'm not saying this to be a weird, bad person, I've typically been intimate with the woman either the first date, second date, or third date at the latest. And I will tell you this right now, as a modern man that doesn't have a lot of time to waste on the wrong women, and knowing that attraction is either there or it isn't. If there's no kiss or any intimacy by the second or third date, I move on. And it's not moving on because I'm not patient to wait for the right time. When is the right time going to happen for a woman that's closed off and fearing letting herself go to feel the intimacy, that she supposedly wants to feel? Okay, so I really want you folks to understand that if there are people out there that you're encountering in the dating arena and they have a bunch of strict rules, I would avoid them like the plague, because dating is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be natural. It's about two people getting together, hanging out, and seeing where it goes through the natural flow of progression. Okay? It's about the natural flow of progression. To the ladies out there that have these strict set of rules, and I'm using the ladies' side as an example because this more so happens, you know, with women than men. It happens on the other side with men as well, but not as often. Men are less likely to reject a woman's, advances than the flip side. To you ladies out there, honestly, don't you want something to be natural and real? And don't you realize that when you set these strict rules, you're trying to control the situation? Which we all know, whenever any person tries to control something in a relationship or in dating, whether you're male or female, it never works. It feels like unnatural. So let yourself go, be yourself. And, if you're going to go on a date with somebody and you're not open to letting anything happen naturally, then just don't go on a date because you're not ready. If you're not emotionally ready for whatever is meant to be to happen, including, I'm walking by somebody here. I don't want to think I'm crazy. Including kissing or being intimate on the first, second, or third day. If you're not ready for that, if you don't have the mindset that that is what you want, then don't put yourself out there, because then you're not ready to date. Then you're not ready to give someone a fair chance. Don't use kissing and intimacy, as a wild card, especially if you're a lady. Don't use that as your way of, being controlling to get the man to do what you want him to do, because if you do that, then it's never going to work out. You're basically trying to create the perfect man, which doesn't exist. Don't do that. Like I said, I'm using, the female perspective because it happens more so with women than men. But you know what? If you're a man and, you're one of the few men that, you know, um, has reservations about, kissing too soon when you first meet someone or being intimate, then, just flip it on the other side. I'm actually in the garden here. I don't think I've ever shown this in the video. Check out this garden here. There's like a fountain. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to even come up over here and just show you this up close. All right, you see it right there. Just absolutely beautiful. Come over here and you just make a wish. I've made many wishes in this. I wonder if there are any pennies in here. Let me see. I don't really see any pennies in there. Maybe people throw their pennies in there and then, the city Parks and Recreation Department come out and kind of clean it out every now and then. But anyway, I'm going to start wrapping up this video here because it's getting pretty long. We are at the 34-minute mark. So I think you folks get the hint there. Just be yourselves. Let the natural flow of progression, allow things to happen in the way that they were meant to be. Okay? And just know, whether you're a man or a woman, if you feel it for somebody and the other side is rejecting, you know, a kiss from you or some type of affection to show that you're interested in them on the first or second date, it's probably not the type of person you want to be around, because either they're not emotionally ready or they have some other, mental or emotional issues that are not as a parent, but because they're holding back, these are issues that are deep within that will eventually come out. And you don't want to be with somebody like that anyway. Somebody that's fully ready to date and is relationship minded and wants to get into a relationship is just going to let things go. It's going to let things flow. If it feels right to kiss and make out, first, second, third date, they'll let it go. They'll let it happen. If it feels right to be intimate on a first, second, or third date, they'll let it happen. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. If you encounter any roadblocks along the way of going on these dates, then it just is not going to work out. And guys, you might be on a date with a really super hot chick. Do not let a woman that's a super hot chick deter you from how her personality actually is. Because in many cases, the super hot women are the ones that are going to throw the most resistance your way because they have the most options. Okay? And to you guys out there, just know you're a catch. And to you good ladies out there, you're a catch as well. Okay? Just don't sit there and let things, continue moving forward if it's not progressing. If the natural flow of progression is not happening, you got to cut it off. And the reason why I created this topic is because one of the easiest ways to figure out as quickly as possible if somebody is worth investing into is trying to give them a kiss at the end of the first date. If they deny you, no second date. If they kiss you, second date. Because if they kiss you and it's a good kiss, then by the second or third date, maybe you'll be intimate. And then after that, maybe you'll start seeing them more. And then you'll continue to see them. You'll start doing more things, spending more time together. And then you'll end up in a relationship together and be happy. And then it's all about, lathering, rinsing, and repeating the cycle over and over again and having a happy, healthy relationship. And that's where I'm going to end this here today. So hope you enjoyed this video, folks. A lot more coming from Coach Eli. Again, tomorrow I'm getting fiber at my place. And the quality of these videos are going to be even increased. Right now, I've reduced my HD quality on these videos because of my slow internet connection at my place. But starting tomorrow, the quality of even these videos are going to be even better. So there are bigger and better things coming from Coach Eli. And my promise to you folks is that if you stick around and we build this community here with Coach Eli and navigate this modern world, this crazy modern world we all live in together, it'll be a better place for each and every one of us. Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're gay or straight, bi, lesbian, trans, whether you're African American, Hispanic, Asian, it doesn't matter who you are. You're a person. You're an individual. And I love all of you equally. And I want each and every one of you, no matter who you are or where you come from, to have the absolute best possible shot of accomplishing whatever it is that your heart desires. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you at the next one.